Hello again and welcome back. Good to see you. Hope life is great. Hope you're more positive and more successful and you're accomplishing life on your terms. Today we are going to talk about core beliefs. Core beliefs. In the body we have our core muscles. And if that core muscle group is strong, then everything about our body is strong and it can resist and endure a lot of stressful situations. If our core muscles are weak, then we can easily fall apart and actually hurt ourselves. In real life, we also have our core beliefs. And our core beliefs actually represents who we truly are. And basically, we use these core beliefs, and in some situations, or most situations, these core beliefs use us because they are like our programming that keeps us who we are, because those are the things that we believe, and resist changes because that's our core. And that's where our strength is. That is who we are. And a lot of time when it's time to change, we can't change. But what I want you to understand is this. Your life right now is a reflection of what you believe. Your level of success is a reflection of what you believe. Your level of failure is a reflection of what you believe. The kind of people that are your friends are a reflection of what you believe. And what you do with your life, what you do with your time, and everything is hinging on what you believe. You may not see this now, but you will see it in time as life continues. Your core beliefs are like the thermostat on a wall. The thermostat is there to regulate the temperature of the house or the room. If the thermostat is set at 70 degrees and the house gets too cold, it turns on the furnace and warms the house back up, but to 70 degrees. If the house gets too hot, then it turns the air conditioner on and cools the house back down to 70 degrees. And this is how our lives work at all times. If you're in situations when you find that you feel trapped, you cannot get out, things are not working the way you wanted it to work, as far as you can figure out, you have to go further than that and to realize life is happening exactly according as you believe. You may have different expectations, but your expectations are subjected to your belief system. And a lot of time your belief systems screws up your expectations. I mean, you go with all these disappointments and you beat yourself up, and that's kind of really pointless, because it is who you are, and a lot of times you don't realize it is what you asked for. So core beliefs. I was looking up the definition. I like to always give a definition, an academic definition to things before I continue. So core beliefs are basic beliefs about ourselves. Get that? Core beliefs are basic beliefs about ourselves, other people, and the world we live in. Core beliefs are very important to a person because they determine to what degree you see yourself as worthy, safe, competent, powerful, and love. Negative beliefs about yourselves are deadly to your self-acceptance and self-esteem. Now that is very loaded. How you perceive everything in life is according to what you believe. One of my favorite stories that I talk about a lot, and this is to the people who are religious, you would know the story, and to those who are not religious, it's the story of Christ and Peter. Here is Christ walking on the water according to what he believes. And Peter tell him, Lord, can I walk on the water too? And he said, sure, come. And guess what? He steps out of the boat and he is walking on the water like Jesus. But something else started to happen. His thought processes began to change. He started remembering what life used to be like when the weather was bad, because they were in stormy weathers, and what normally happens. And guess what? He started to be afraid. In my thing on beliefs, you would realize faith and fear are basically the same thing, just that faith believes in the positive and fear believes in the negatives. So here you have two men on the water, the same water. You have one man that's standing firmly on the water and another man that's sinking in the water. What's the difference between why is one standing on the water and the other one is sinking? And it has to do with self-belief. When you believe, everything around you harmonizes with your belief. It does not have a choice. So why do you have one man standing on the water? Because everything around him is responding to his belief. And you have a man that is sinking in the water. He is sinking because everything is responding according to his self-belief. So you have to understand this. Self-belief, or your core belief, is like that thermostat on the wall. And it's going to keep you where you are. And where you are is what you are choosing to believe about yourself, about your world, about your friends, about your family, about your jobs, and everything else. And it's important that you have healthy core beliefs about yourself if you're going to have a very successful life. Core beliefs begins from childhood and they are resistant to change. You know, they said you can't teach an old dog new tricks. One of the reasons why is because their core beliefs are so ingrained in them that it's difficult for them to change. It's difficult for them to learn any better, and they're just going to remain stuck there and never move, never grow, never mature, and never experience a more wonderful life because they don't want to learn new tricks because they believe the old tricks are better. So core beliefs begin to form in childhood, and they're resistant to change. Even when confronted with ample evidence to the contrary, core beliefs can remain rigid, often associated with intense emotions. There are a lot of things that we learn negatively in life as children from our parents because they did it in anger or maybe excitement, but they really yelled at us, screamed at us, or whatever they did to get us to listen and to follow their dictates. And those things have been imprinted deeply in our minds, and getting them out is like hell. We just can't do it. It is possible to do. So core beliefs are a primary way of constructing reality about ourselves and others and the external world. Remember that core beliefs are a primary way of constructing reality. How do you construct reality? How do you construct anything? You use materials. What materials do you use? That's a question you have to ask yourself. What materials do you have inside of you that is the construct of your core beliefs? Those are the things that you have to know and you have to deal with. Because until you change your belief system about you, you're not going to be getting anywhere or very fine life. Beliefs are generally formed in two ways: by experiences, inferences, and deductions, or by accepting what others tell us to be true. Most of our core beliefs are formed when we are children. When we were born, we enter this world with a clean slate and without preconceived beliefs. So it is time that you understand yourself. Understand what makes a person successful and see if you have those beliefs. I cannot teach you all that now. I'll teach that in in more videos. We're already up to 10 minutes and I had to keep my thing at 10 minutes. But what are you choosing to believe about yourself? Some of the things that I believe about myself is, the first thing I believe about myself is I am me. And when you come into my presence, you have to come to terms with me. I will never ever come to terms with what you think about me, because what you think about me is what you are, and I am not that, and you're not going to conform me to that. A lot of people try that on us all the time. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Not you, him. As I think, so am I. So that's my core belief. My protection in life is I am not a figment of anybody's imagination. That's another core belief. So when people are talking around me, I shield myself from them and their opinions, because I am not anyone's opinion. So I do that. Then I believe in myself. I believe I am special. I believe I'm intelligent. I believe I'm extremely successful. I believe I can accomplish anything I want to believe. I just need to know what I am doing, understand what I'm doing, and I go for it. I'm easy to learn, easy to teach. There were times in my life when I didn't think so. But would you believe, as soon as I changed those beliefs, I was able to do those things. So we have to believe in ourselves. We have to believe in our abilities, believe we are capable, believe that we are able to not be dominated and controlled by people. That's a belief that you must have. If you don't have that belief in place, then people will manipulate and control you, right? You must believe in your strength, that I am strong. I can accomplish anything that I want. I can endure whatever situation I'm in. I can go through pain, hardship. There are a lot of people today that are falling apart. They're on medications. They're on all kind of stuff, all because they don't know how to manage their core. And as I mentioned to you, the core in the body, once it's weak, the body could fall apart. Same thing with the core, your core beliefs. If it weaks, you can fall apart. And a lot of people are falling apart today because they have no inner strength at all, because they don't have a belief system. They don't know what to believe about themselves. They don't believe they're good enough. They don't believe they're a nice person. They believe that they're ugly, and on and on and on it goes. And when you put all these beliefs together, you now have a whole system that you live by that controls you. So whenever you're in a situation, no matter what people do, you respond to that situation according to you. And the situation responds back to you according to how you believe about yourself. The people around you, a lot of the times, they don't have that choice but to treat you the way you believe about yourself. So this is more like an introduction to core beliefs. I'll do a video number 2, and we'll understand some more details about core beliefs. But this is a good start. And remember, visit my website, eforwoman.com, to get songs that I have recorded. I have put all this information in songs that goes deep into your subconscious. So there are areas where people cannot reach, but music can reach those areas. Music can touch you, and music can transform you, and in a very short time. So go to eforwoman.com and see what you can. Try one song and see, listen to it for a week. But I know after listening to it for the first time, transformation will already be taking place in your life. So go to eforwoman.com and examine the songs, buy a song, and use it, because this is all about transforming you and helping you to have a great core belief, so that you will be successful, you'll be unstoppable, unmovable in this life. Okay, thanks for joining me today. Wish you all the best. See you again.